Welcome to Yo Soy Lugo and Xiomara Bucio. Bienvenidos a Yo Soy Lugo, Yo Soy Xiomara Bucio. Today we're going to be talking about the new Arizona law, SB 1070. Hoy vamos a hablar sobre la nueva ley de Arizona, SB 1070. Quiero darle la bienvenida a all my guests here who are Tony Aja. Tony Aja is a former Cuban refugee living in Kentucky. Among a lot of things, he is one of the coordinators of the Hispanic Latino Ministries for the Mid-Kentucky Presbytery. And he has served on many community boards for the social justice and the immigrants and refugee issues. Bienvenido, Tony, welcome.
Gracias.
Also, I want to say welcome to my good friend here, Ron Russell. He's an attorney of law. He's one of the top lawyers in the state that specializes in immigration law. He's a member of the Kentucky Coalition for Immigrants and Refugee Rights. Welcome, bienvenido. And here is my friend Steve Bartlett. Stephen is an active the Kentucky May Day Coalition, and he's also an advocacy for the farm workers' right. Bienvenido.
Gracias.
Welcome to the program.
Gracias.
Can you explain us what is that May Day means?
Sure. May Day, as you know, Primero de Mayo, es Día Internacional del Trabajador.
Sí.
It's World, International Workers' Day. And la coalición se formó en 2006 cuando hubo esta amenaza contra los inmigrantes, como tenemos hoy con esta nueva ley. Y cuando la gente movilizaron históricamente en grandes marchas.
Oh, I remember that, about the tomato.
No,
What
eso,
was it,
eso
tomato
fue
right?
en Primero de Mayo, en todo el país había millones de gente marchando y ahora, bueno, hemos seguido con estas expresiones a favor de los trabajadores inmigrantes.
Ron, can you tell us what it means? Because I have read about it, but I'm not really sure, about the new Arizona immigration law, the SB 1070, please. And everybody can join us for the conversation.
SB 70 was a piece of legislation that was proposed by some very anti-immigrant legislators in Arizona. And when it was initially passed by Arizona, it was clearly an unconstitutional profiling statute because it allowed the police to stop anybody on the street based upon a suspicion that they might be here without documents.
So totalmente inconstitucional, right? Yeah.
When it first passed. And then because of the outrage that occurred, they went back and tweaked it a little bit and said that, okay, you can't be stopped based just because you might look Latino or without documents or whatever the basis that they might use to stop someone. That there had to be another lawful reason to stop someone, like a traffic offense or whatever. But the problem with that is that the cat's out of the bag, so to speak. Their intention was very clear, and I can't believe that officers aren't going to try to utilize this law in ways that are still unconstitutional by stopping people and then later saying, oh, well, I stopped him because he was speeding or
That's
stopped
going
him
to be
for...
a lot of abuse, ¿verdad? So we cannot go, you and me, forget it, we're not going to Arizona.
Right. We have like accent and they may stop us. But not only it creates problems for people who are undocumented, but for example, the people that might be with them, that might be helping them, for example, as a minister, as a Presbyterian minister, I work with many undocumented whom I take to the doctor or take to see Ron Russell because they have they want to see if they can be helped or, simply they come to our churches.
O sea, tienes mucha gente
Mucha gente que viene a las iglesias que son indocumentadas. Entonces esta ley criminaliza también a la persona que está ayudando a esa persona. For example, a pastor, again, can be taking somebody to the doctor and they can be stopped and they can be also charged. Un pastor está ayudando a una persona indocumentada, que lo está llevando a un médico a buscar ayuda en algún lugar, o viene a la iglesia. Si esa persona la para la policía, puede entonces también...
So you cannot help any human being that look like...
Exactamente.
Parece que somos todos ilegales o nadie es ilegal.
Exacto.
Yo creo que nadie es ilegal.
Nadie es ilegal.
No one is illegal.
So what does that mean for you, the workers of the farms and the
Bueno, it's a terrible threat to working people. Basically, it's inconceivable that that this year, 2010, we've gone back to this kind of situation. Que hemos ido tanto atrás con este tipo de ley, que parece, como estamos hablando anteriormente, de que parece las leyes anteriores contra los afroamericanos.
You say that the ley,
Bueno, esas leyes le decíamos de Jim Crow laws, ¿verdad? Que discriminaban contra los afroamericanos. Yo le llamo José Cuervo laws, las leyes José Cuervo. Para latinizarlo.
Para latinizarlo, that's good. What kind of social and economic issue will be affected by the Arizona immigration law and in the U.S. in general? What do you think is going to be affecting the most? ¿Qué es lo que va a afectar de más?
Well, I think they're trying to create a political environment where anything but enforcement is unacceptable. They want an enforcement-only, scheme. Arrest everybody who's here without documents and take them out of the country as soon as possible, instead of trying to look at the problem in a much more, comprehensive manner and trying to solve, what is, what are the main problems, with our immigration system and trying to solve them in a more rational manner.
Yeah, a lot of the rhetoric behind it is, stereotypes that immigrants are criminals, that immigrants bring bad influence. But it's a very tiny percentage of immigrants who come across the border who are actually involved in criminal activity. It's a myth. Es un mito de que esos son criminales. Vienen a trabajar para ayudar a su familia.
Okay, we have to go to commercials. Please don't go away. Tenemos que ir a comerciales. Por favor, no se vayan. Gracias. Ya volvemos.